tuned in to Who's Who at FHSU, and you're here with your boy Mari, my co-host Jace, and today we have a very special guest in the station, Bryson. How you doing, my boy?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Man, we are good. How you doing?
Big chillin'. It's Friday.
We are blessed to have you on today.
Thank you so much.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you so much, man. All right, let's get into it. Y'all already know how we started off. Random fact of the day. Today's random fact of the day is the wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months.
Wood frog?
A wood frog. Can you imagine?
That's a superpower.
It has to be.
It has to be.
I don't even think I could do an hour. That's
Yeah. Like, once it's there, I probably got like 10, 15.
Yeah. T-minus like 5 for me.
Yeah.
Road trips are a struggle for me.
I would hate driving.
I'm the worst travel person.
I'm one of those people, like, we got to have a cup in the car.
For sure.
Like,
empty
I
bottle.
don't like stopping, but
Yeah.
the wood. All right, I'll read the caption too. All right, talking about having to go. Wood frogs in Alaska have been known to hold their urine for up to 8 months, sticking it out through the region's long winters before relieving themselves once temperature increases. So, like, they can't piss when it's cold, so they wait till it gets. Whenever Alaska gets some heat, that's when they decide to go.
My question is, who looked at this frog and was like,
For
how
8
long
months.
can they hold a pee?
They had
They
had to grab a frog and just put them in a cage or something and test it out.
Something, dude. Like, whose idea was that?
Also, if you put them in a cage, like, the temperature is not going to be as cold as it is in the winter. So
Right.
How do you get a valid test?
That's beyond me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
8
not
months.
a science
Wow.
major. It's a long time.
Yeah.
That's like almost a baby being born.
Yep, that is our random fact of the day. Can you hold it that long?
No.
All right, let's get into it, man. The presidential election. Who wants to start it off?
Where do you want to go with it? Where should we start?
I just want to go. Who did you guys support, and how do you guys feel about the states? We'll go support first, and then we'll go into the states that are still counting, the stop the vote stuff, the lawsuits. We'll get into
Cool.
that.
Of course. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So I am a very avid Biden supporter. My beliefs go stronger with what he stands for and things like that. Obviously, in the Midwest, it's a little bit
Odd.
Yeah, a little bit odd for that, especially
red on the map.
Especially with what I do on campus and everything, and how my personality is. I don't really tell people who I stand for and things like that. But I am a very strong Biden supporter this year. I do think America is very, very broken apart right now. I voted in the last election. My birthday is always just rides up on election days. So 4 years ago, I had to apply early ballot, register early so I could vote on my birthday. This year, I got to vote on my birthday as well. And so it's always interesting. Now, it's kind of funny. I did wake up at 5 o'clock this morning to check because I saw that they would have they'd be counting throughout the night. And both Georgia and Pennsylvania are now leaning blue right now.
Really? I haven't seen that
yet. Yeah, and so they leaned overnight. They're now leaning more blue than red.
Wow.
And so he's flipping these states. And honestly, I just hope that we find out because I know a lot of people are stressed out right now.
Yeah.
And all right, me and my girlfriend talked about this today. All right, being a Biden supporter in Kansas, do you feel like your vote just like kind of didn't count?
Yeah.
Because how the electoral college is set up, like it don't matter in your state if your side didn't win, your vote basically almost didn't count.
Exactly. I was an avid. Our votes. My mindset years ago was okay. Our votes don't really matter. Electoral college says all of it. Like we can vote, then get the popular vote, but then lose electoral votes.
Yeah.
But I just saw it's a southern state. Biden had won 2 counties by 1 vote.
Wow.
And so he had won those counties and turned those counties blue by 1 vote. And so I was like, okay, I take it back. Okay, all of our votes matter. Please vote. Please
But
vote.
I'm just saying, like in a state like Kansas, there was no chance of that happening.
For sure.
No, I think there was about 5 counties out of all of ours that.
Yeah, all eastern counties.
I know in the state that I voted in, I did absentee ballot in Florida, and my county, pretty much every major city or county in Florida was blue, but all the small stuff in between those was red, and that turned Florida red.
Yeah, that seems to be the case in a lot of states, though. I mean, you look at Illinois, Ohio. I mean, all of the bigger, the states that have like a bigger pull in the electoral college, they're all majority. Like the rural counties were red, and then the cities were blue. I feel like that's the case across everywhere.
It's weird though because, like, in rural communities, you would think they would support. You would think they would support the plan that Biden has versus the plan that Trump has when it comes to the economy.
Right.
Like in Trump's economy, don't get me wrong, it's good if you already have money.
Right.
Or if you come into some money, like it's great, don't get me wrong, because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Yeah.
Right? But in Biden's economy, the rich still gonna be rich, obviously, but they won't get richer on the benefit of the poor getting poorer.
Right.
So I feel like that is kind of weird.
It is, but I mean, you think about, I mean, even Ellis County, for example, we're pretty rural, and majority is Trump supporters. That's just based on like biases and just everybody around here being Republican.
That's what I think. It's just Republican support Republican, no matter who's in.
Right,
Exactly.
Yeah, I personally voted for Biden. A lot of my views align with the Democratic Party as well. I do think that we as a nation are coming closer to kind of accepting a little bit more of each side, but at the same time, there's always going to be the outliers. So I'm hoping within the next election we have two better equal candidates that everybody can get behind. So that kind of split and divide will kind of go away, but that's 4 years away.
Well, Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Who else we got? Bryson still out counting.
There's one.
Utah? No. Nevada.
Utah,
Arizona. Y'all need to wrap it up because we want to know who
exactly.
Is our president. So I really don't care who wins. Honestly, I feel like I care who wins, obviously, because I want people out of cages and I want women to have their rights, right? But I don't think my life changes a lot based on.
We'll still go to school. We'll still go to work.
For sure. Well, I had a pretty good conversation with a family member the other day, and we haven't been around that long, 22 years, 23 years. But when has a president's decisions / their time in office really had that big of an impact on us or the people around us? Like, we don't wake up and Trump's at our front door. Like,
all right,
you know what I mean?
I might be tripping a little bit, but I'm gonna go Bush and I'm gonna go Trump. Right, Bush had the recession,
right,
and obviously we were kids, so it didn't really affect us, right, in the grand scheme of things. But it affected our parents,
yeah,
and right in front of our eyes, and it affected the way they took care of us. For that amount of time,
and that's the only way that a presidency is gonna affect us, really.
Exactly,
is the recession.
And Trump has the pandemic,
right?
We're living in it, so obviously we've adapted to it, and it ain't bad now, but in the beginning it was pretty rough.
Oh yeah.
And I take that back. Hopefully Biden doesn't give us one of those.
Yeah.
If he wins, or Trump doesn't give us another one if he wins.
Well, and if you listen to his speeches that he's giving right now, he's I don't care who wins. It just matters whether it's a blue state or a red state, we're the United States. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard Trump say anything like that. Yeah. And that just speaks to where we need to move as a country. It doesn't matter who we are, who we vote for. We got to be together.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared for it. If he loses, and not here. I don't think people in Kansas are that radical, but those people in those slavery states, I'll say it like that, those real big states like Virginia and Georgia and South Carolina, West Virginia. They're talking crazy.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
I've heard of friends that are taking out of wills because they vote for Biden and their families are Trump supporters.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that's big time.
When I say our United States are divided right now, it's sad, but it's very true.
If I got taken out of somebody's will because I voted,
4 years.
You talking about what you're gonna leave me to represent, as a symbol of your love for me for my whole life, and we're talking about possibly 4, maybe 8 years,
right?
A decision, that it won't go farther than that.
That's crazy. I haven't heard anybody say that.
That's wild. But all right, man, let's get into the next order of business. Bryson, how are you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, vibes are pretty nice. Yeah.
All right. Where are you from?
I am from Solomon, Kansas.
Where's that?
It is east of Salina, about 13 miles.
North, south, east, or west?
East.
East? Okay.
Yep. It's pretty small. No gas station. All we have is a Dollar General, a family grocery store, and a high school, and a middle school, and an elementary school.
Where do you get gas?
I have to drive to Abilene. So 7 miles, yeah.
How many people in town?
1,000 or less. Yeah.
That's really small.
Yeah, real small, real small.
All right. How'd you get to Hayes then? What made you come to Hayes?
Dang, that's a good question. So I had some family relatives come here for university. They enjoyed it. They would obviously influence me to come a little bit. I think it's kind of funny when I tell people that when I would give tours of campus, I would tell them, like, I actually never got a tour of Fort Hays. When I moved in August 13th of 2017, I didn't know where my residential halls were at. I had to try to find it on maps, and at that time, Victory Village was just being built, and so it wasn't on there yet, so I had to look up Weast Hall. Weast was still standing at that moment, but the next week it was not there anymore, and so I had to look that up in order to find where I was going, because I had no idea where campus was
You never
at.
came on a visit? Wow.
Not once, nope. I don't think I've ever even been to Hayes before that.
Wow.
And so I kind of just like
That's
took
crazy.
a shot in the dark, and now we're here.
Yeah.
All right. What are you studying?
So I will graduate in May 2021 with a bachelor's in fine arts for interior design, and then a minor in organizational leadership.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fitting.
yeah.
And 5 favorite things about Hayes. Shoot.
Oh, that's a good one. I've been trying to think about that. So I love the campus. It's honestly a beautiful campus. I love the growth that we've had within the 4 years that I've been here, and like in the last 10 years, growth of our student numbers are going up, enrollment numbers, our campus, our buildings are becoming remodeled and re-renovated for all of them and being rebuilt. I love the home atmosphere that you get from there. And my number one that I tell everybody is I love that I'm not just a number here at Fort Hays when it comes to professors and faculty and staff. I'm actually like a student, and I'm known here, and I'm known to have those people to rely on in offices and on campus.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Is that 2? 3 more?
Oh gosh, 2 more?
That was only number 2.
Yeah, that was 2.
Yeah, I know.
No, he said a couple right there.
I said-
he said he's
Do
not.
those tie
only-
under 1 though?
Kind of, but like, all right, all right.
Okay.
We'll go.
Okay,
Two
two more. I love how affordable the parking passes are compared to other four-year
That's a very
institutes in
overlooked
Kansas.
aspect about Fort
Very
Hays.
much so. I was very happy about
I'm
that.
fighting a battle with that right now.
No.
Because I literally only come to campus to record and to go to football practice because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I'm getting.
You've been getting tickets?
tickets because I'm parked at the stadium for football practice.
I got one too.
Like they're ticketing me for parking at the stadium.
Yeah, I got one
for
too.
football practice.
Yeah, I got one too.
Come on, bro. And then, all right, I got a ticket out here, but I earned that one because I'm on campus. I'll
Yeah.
take that L. But
Okay.
The tickets at the stadium, FHSU, Campus PD, y'all got to do better. how y'all gonna ticket football players for parking at the football stadium for football practice?
And there's nobody else around.
No, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. One more.
Dang. Okay.
My bad.
Okay, but like the prices are not too bad. Okay, you know, a bigger four-year colleges in Kansas, they're like $300
Yeah.
for on campus, yeah, and like $290 for off. So I'm okay with my 13 and 26.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like the opportunities, honestly, the networks and connections that I've had as an interior design major, as a student at Fort Hays, as a fraternity man on campus, everything like that. So.
Okay. All right. Last question. Who is your least favorite TV personality?
So I've been thinking about this since you warmed me up, so I had to think hard. Honestly, it sounds really bad. You can disagree with me. Adam Sandler. I cannot stand his movies. I can't.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what
I think his 90s, early 2000s are pretty funny, but now he's starting to get into that where it's not funny.
Hold on. I know what movies you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
You're talking about like the it was the movie. It's the movie where he's like the god to all the people in his life.
Oh.
It's a couple movies where he has like that, and I really don't. I think they're kind of lame too. But he gave me Longest Yard. He gave me Waterboy.
And Billy Madison, those ones are
Those
good.
are classics.
But then we started getting into like this new Halloween one he just put on Netflix. That was not good.
But he has one on Netflix where him and his wife go on a
the cruise ship or
Murder
something.
Mystery.
Yeah.
That one was good.
That one was good. I like
That
that
was a
one.
good one.
He's just starting to get to that age where it's like
He's trying to
man.
explore things that like he didn't do.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Even in that one, like back at the police department, he still was like everything was centered around him, but he couldn't pass this test. Like,
Yeah.
he has this thing about him. He's very self-centered in his movies. You can tell.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Like he writes them for it to be all about him.
yeah. Do we get to answer these?
You can answer it.
I don't have. If you got one, go ahead.
So I'm gonna go with a sports analyst because I watch a lot of football. Booger McFarlane. Trash.
Booger?
Booger McFarlane is trash.
That's a real name?
That's his, I think that's
Is it
his
a
nickname,
nickname?
but
Oh,
like
okay.
that's his TV name too.
Booger.
So he goes as Booger McFarlane. He's a Super Bowl champion for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and now he works for ESPN, and he is the sorriest Monday Night Football analyst to ever commentate a Monday Night Football game. And I'm so glad they moved him off of Monday nights.
Are you like, you hear his voice and you mute the TV? You're like, yeah.
No, I just literally, every time he says something, I'm just like, shut up, Booger. Like, literally, I think he's not on Monday Night Football. He's on the halftime show, but I think they moved him off the play-by-play stuff.
Yeah.
Probably because of the pandemic, because he used to be on the sideline. But I hope he stays, like, on the halftime show after the pandemic.
Yeah.
We don't need him back on the sideline.
I got you. I'm gonna go. I don't know if she's still relevant, but Tommy Lauren, she was on Fox News. I hate her.
100%.
I don't.
But I can't respect, like, I didn't know people took her serious.
Same
Yeah,
with,
I
like,
know.
Caitlyn Bennett, you know,
Right.
She has
same
a really,
thing.
like, is she at a big company, Tommy Lauren?
Yeah, she was like worked for Fox News.
Yeah.
Did they fire her?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about her since 2016.
There's no way-
I know she still tweets all the time.
Yeah, no, she still tweets a lot, and there's no way somebody like her should be working for any major company.
Literally.
It's literally just to like fuel those radical
But-
ideas.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I despise her.
Yeah, I
and I don't
can't.
hate a lot of people. Like, I'm a nice person. I don't
Yeah,
like
that's
her.
fair.
I agree
at
with
all.
that. I have to agree with that.
All right. Segue question. What is your favorite social media site, Bryson?
Oh, dang, this is kind of a hard one. I'd have to say Instagram. I like posting, getting the clout, you know. I love that. I love feeling pretty hype about myself. I also use that as like a gateway to see how other people are doing. I mean, you know, I use Facebook, honestly, just to see how my hometown family and friends are doing, honestly. I'm checking on them. See the more important stuff. But Instagram, I can go in there, I can follow those famous people, see them, how they're doing their lives, see my college buddies, how they're doing, and also just update people how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for Instagram stories.
IG.
Yeah,
IG
I love Instagram. IG is my thing.
I would say I wouldn't say it's my favorite to use, but the one I spend most time on is Twitter.
Twitter.
Twitter consumes a lot of my time.
That's TikTok.
So which one's your favorite?
Probably TikTok, just for the pure
That's your
entertainment.
favorite?
Yeah, because like I laugh at TikTok. I don't laugh as much on Twitter, but I still laugh at Twitter.
Your Twitter feed must not be funny enough.
It is.
I'm going for my favorite. I'm going with Twitter.
Yeah.
It's not close with any site. But see, Facebook is still big back home. Like people
Right.
treat Facebook like it's Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
So Facebook is number 2 for me, but just because like the people back home make it worth it. But Twitter by far is they don't care.
No.
Nobody gets spared. Every situation will come to the light on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nothing getting brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
They're just funny.
Yeah.
Like, and it's adult funny. Like, it's not it's stuff like you can't really show kids. You might not be able to repeat this to your little brother.
Right.
But it's funny.
Right.
And, I don't know.
I just think TikTok's more like consuming to me because
So-
I'm watching
Yeah.
instead of
I
like
haven't-
reading.
I haven't been on TikTok since June.
Oh, you're missing out.
No, I'm gonna tell you why though.
It was consuming too much of your time.
No.
Oh.
I was cool with TikTok, but when that Black Lives Matter stuff happened, they blocked the hashtag for like 6 hours.
Oh,
where
really?
People couldn't tag that stuff, and like so it'd be off the feeds. And then when people realized it, they unblocked it. I don't know, man, but yeah, I
That's
just
pretty
haven't.
sus.
I haven't been on TikTok since then. I'll probably get back on soon, but
Yeah.
I haven't like been
Gotcha.
consumed to it. I'll watch it if people send me a TikTok. I'm not that radical. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch it if they send it to me, but I don't have it downloaded on my phone.
Gotcha.
I think the best thing is when you like a TikTok and it starts like putting the feed. Like I always talk to my friend group, what TikTok are you on? Like
Yeah.
what aesthetic are you on? And
Yeah.
like we'll go from like all different funny stuff. You'll see Amish TikToks and I'm like, what TikTok am I on right now?
Yeah.
Like what the heck?
It changes day by day for me.
Yeah.
Just like you like one and your entire feed's totally different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Bryson.
Okay, what's up?
All right. So before we get into this question, I want you to tell all the people, all the positions you hold on campus, and all the different organizations you are included in.
Oh, buddy.
Every single one of them.
that I've ever held in Fort Hays or just this year?
Ever.
Oh, okay. So I started off coming in. I was in a learning community, Go Global, in 2017 to 2018. And then that got me into University Activities Board, being on that. And then also getting into Stripes for Hope, and which is a organization on campus that raises money for kids with cancer.
Oh, okay.
University Activities Board brings entertainment to campus. Where do we go?
Yeah. Tell the people what the organizations do too.
Yeah,
Not,
okay.
Not too much, just a brief.
Just like brief one.
Some
Yep.
brief,
So there's those two, and then I moved up, and then my sophomore year I got into Sigma Chi Fraternity, and so I was just got into that, got initiated into that, and then got into Interfraternity Council. So it's basically like the umbrella over all the fraternities to watch over all of them. I became recruitment chair for that my sophomore year. I guess my second semester sophomore year. There's a lot. And then after that, I got into the Order of Omega Honor Society for Greek Life. And then I became vice president for that. And then I stood as president for about a couple months. And then I'm back down to vice president right now. What else have I done? There's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, currently, I am student body vice president. That is my job on campus. It's kind of a lot, but I'm getting through it week by week. I am also, like I said, vice president of Order of Omega. I am the treasurer of the Sigma Chi Fraternity. I have been the vice president last year. I've also been our social media chair this year, and I've been our, what else am I? I don't know. I'm a whole bunch of stuff in that.
The man of many positions.
Literally. I was taught in high school, though, get involved so you don't get bored. And I said, yep, I can definitely do that.
But what's crazy, as involved as you are, you still have a lot of free time to like just hang with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like me personally, if I was as involved as you are, I probably wouldn't hang out.
I would be stressed.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't hang
Even
out.
more, like, I'm pretty stressed right now with all the stuff I do.
Yeah.
I could not imagine.
Yeah, and there's probably about 7 other organizations that I can't even think of.
Yeah.
I've been homecoming king last year. I like to tell people that I'm the first ever to hold the position for 2 years since the pandemic, so we didn't have any nominations. So me and Jackie Doherty, the queen of last year, we always joke and we call each other the Tiger King and the Tiger Queen, and we got to hold the position for 2 years. I've worked
Joe and Carol.
Yeah, exactly. She's my girl. Where's her husband at? Exactly. Yeah.
Killed her.
Carol Baskin.
And yeah, so I've gone through campus a bunch of places. I worked in Forsyth Library my freshman year. I worked in the Student Affairs Office. I worked in Student Admissions, and then now I work at Student Government Association.
Okay. All right. We said all that to ask this. All right. What do you get out of being so active on campus, and how has it impacted your experience here?
Of course.
Fort Hays.
Perfect question. I would say, honestly, the best part is just having a variety and a diverse group of friends and colleagues and peers from different organizations. Greek Life only goes so far. Order of Omega, which is obviously still Greek Life, goes so far. Orientation team, I've been on that. It only goes so far. You meet a variety of different people, and I think that's probably the best part of it, is just being able to network and knowing all that variety of people. And then every year when we get a new set of students coming in, they go, oh, I'm from here, and I can be able to say, oh, I know this person from that place. Do you know them? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's my best friend from high school. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then right there, I just made another connection. It's like a spider web effect. Like you meet one, and then it branches out to another, and then it branches out to another, and it branches out. And I think, honestly, when I graduate in May, and then I go off to grad school and I graduate from there, interior design is all who you know. Nowadays, it's basically every profession it's all who you know and your work ethic and how you're doing and stuff. And so I think that's going to benefit me so much. And I was taught at such a young age by my parents, which I'm so thankful for that. They said, try your best, work your hardest, get involved in campus, which is especially was pounded in my head in orientation when I first came in here. They were like, if you're not doing a sport in Greek life and student government and a club organization, go do it. Like, that's all they pounded into our head. And so I was like, oh, I should probably do that then. So I did it, and I think that's probably the best part, is just being able to know people, have a positive output on them, make sure that they're having a fun time in college, beneficial time, and just being able to be that role model for them, no matter what organization I'm in. I think that's probably the best part of it.
All right. Let's get into frat life. What has your your fraternity experience been like here at Fort Hays, and how's it going right now with the pandemic going on?
Yeah, so last year we actually just got a brand new house on 7th Street. It's
Nice.
beautiful.
The biggest house
Really
in the
It
world.
is gorgeous, and I live inside it, and I'm going on year number 2 right now.
What does it look like in there?
It is nice, I promise you that. So it's actually kind of funny, and not a lot of people know this, but last year we were supposed to move in August, and I actually had to live in a hotel for 3 months up by Walmart. And so
Did they pay for it?
they paid for a majority of it. I mean, I ended up having to pay $1,500, but that's 3 months in a hotel, which is not bad at all. And so I had to live there for 3 months, and I moved in last year, November 15th. So we're coming up the 1-year mark. And so inside, as soon as you walk in, our crest is right on the front door. On the left side, we have a trophy room. On the right side, we have our formal living room. Then we have 2 floors worth of bedrooms and a huge living room on the second floor with 3 flat screens and surround sound and built in the walls and the ceilings. It's nice, guys. I promise
Is
you.
it like being in one of those mansions on a reality TV
It
show?
almost looks like it, yeah.
I mean, I imagine you walk out and you see 7th Street and it just turns you down.
I know.
Like, I imagine walking in and like you watch the first episode of a reality TV show when everybody's scrambling to find rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, this house is so crazy. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds pretty lit.
I think honestly the best part is just giving tours of the house because everyone's like, okay, we see the outside, we've never seen the inside. And like last night, Thursday night, people were getting out of the rows, and I'm like laying in my bed half asleep, watching the polls, watching the elections, and I hear one of my brothers giving a tour of the house, and I'm just like, dang, I guess commitment right there. Like, we're proud of that thing. Honestly, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I'll have to show you guys sometime for sure. But pandemic-wise, it's been kind of rough, honestly. We have to social distance during meetings, and we just initiated 9 this last week. So we have 9 new brothers that are freshmen and sophomores and a junior. And so we have to social distance. We have in our house, the very first week of campus, we had a brother get COVID, so the whole house had to quarantine. All 14 of us in there for 2 weeks. And so we've all done it. We're pretty sure we all got it in that time as well, which sounds really bad, but we were all there. So yeah, so it was better than anything, just to be there with each other. But yeah, so we've had to take all safety precautions through our headquarters, through Fort Hays. We have hand sanitizers just about in every single room. We have sanitizer buckets with rags that we have to wipe everything down at least every other day, I believe it is. We have temp checks at every entrance. Obviously, we have our locks on our doors, so you have to know the passcode in order to get in. So no one random can just walk in the house. Masks are not 100% required because obviously if you're walking to the bathroom to take a shower or something, we're not going to make you wear a mask. But when we leave the house, we all have to have our masks on and everything. So it's a little bit different. I mean, obviously it's not the ideal year that we all would expect, or even the next year probably, or a couple months. But we're getting through it day by day. We're going to start doing philanthropy events and raising money for our philanthropy here pretty soon. So, yeah.
All right. All right. Segue question number 2. Top 3 restaurants. Jace, shoot.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Top 3 restaurants.
Buffalo Wild Wings, just because.
B-dubs.
Yeah, I'm a big hot wing guy, and I haven't found anywhere else that's like good hot wings. Like I've heard Wingstop is really good.
Wingstop is okay, but
there's no
The
big
Sip
one.
Me personally, I've been to a bunch of wing spots. I like the Sip.
The Sip's.
The Sip is better than B-dubs.
Have you had Tiger Burgers? Their wings.
I've had them
They're
once.
huge.
Are they really?
That's what I like about Tiger Burgers wings. They're pretty big, but the Sip has better wings than B-dubs.
Really?
Understood.
I like. See, it's the sauce for me. Like the sauce at B-dubs is what gets it.
Yeah.
Like just about anywhere. Chick-fil-A, like
Ooh,
I'm a be
that's-
basic
ooh.
white guy, basic white
That's a good
person,
one.
Chick-fil-A.
Can't go wrong with it.
You can't. I always get so much food. I get like 2 sandwiches and chicken nuggets and fries. Like I go all in at Chick-fil-A. I love pizza, but there's no like nationwide place that has like fire pizza like all the time. But honestly, Gutch's. You ever had Gutch's pizza?
I've never had.
Wood fired.
I've only been to Gutch's once. It was on my official visit here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm pretty sure I got like a steak or something.
Oh,
Because
okay.
like the coaches were paying for the meal, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
you
got
can.
a steak or something.
Yeah, I honestly, Gutch's is probably some of the best pizza I've ever had. So I'm gonna say Gutch's.
Okay. Bryson.
Okay, so I was gonna have to agree with you. Chick-fil-A, 100%. I remember my freshman year, we would drive to Salina on like a Tuesday just to get Chick-fil-A. So I 100% agree with that. What else? B-Dubs is good. I am a sucker for the Q. I love a good Q burger. That's probably my second favorite. And then you brought up pizza, but I was straight up thinking Pie 5. I don't know if you've
Pie
ever.
5 is good.
Pie 5 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big pizza fan. I don't know if it's a red sauce or anything like that they put on pizza, so it has to be one of those like unique ones where it's like buffalo chicken pizza or something like that. Buffalo chicken pizza from
Okay.
Pie 5, 100%.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Chipotle
Okay.
is life.
Yeah.
All right. Chipotle number 1. Cheddars. You guys have
I've had Cheddars. Cheddars is good.
I've never had Cheddars before.
Cheddars
Cheddar
is
Scratch
good.
Kitchen. If you're in Wichita or the KC area, you should try
Okay,
Cheddar.
okay,
Cheddar's
yeah.
pretty good. Cheddar's in number 3. I've never really thought about this. Like, and
I know.
I made the question up. I didn't even think about my answer. Checkers.
Checkers?
Yeah,
Checkers and
Checkers.
Cheddars. I've
Cheddars
never had
and
Checkers.
You know, okay, you ever had Rallies?
Nope.
Oh, you guys are from Kansas.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna do a third one. I'm gonna do a Kansas edition for my third one. I'll go with the Q.
Okay.
The Q?
Okay.
The Q's
Good choice,
burgers
good
are
choice.
pretty solid.
You ever had the Widowmaker?
Yeah. No, I never had a Widowmaker. I get the Hangover.
Okay, that one's
I'm
good
a
too.
big Hangover guy.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Their grilled cheeseburger is pretty good too at the Q. All right, let's take a scroll down memory lane, guys. We're gonna keep it in the food area right here. Your favorite childhood meal, that meal that you come in the house from after you do your homework, you come home, do your homework, go outside, come back in, and you see your mama's making this, and your day is just made. Shoot, Bryson.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure, 100%, little 7-year-old Bryson, 8-year-old Bryson just came in from doing yard work. I don't know what I was doing at 7 homework, you know.
In Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon, Kansas. You don't even know.
too many friends.
Yeah, literally yard football or something. I would honestly say, this sounds really weird, but hot dogs and mac and cheese. Get out of here. No.
Well, that has to be a Kansas thing.
You never had that?
No.
Like you cut up the hot dogs and put it
No,
with the
I've
mac
never
and cheese?
ate
That's
hot
it.
dogs and mac and cheese as a combo.
Now, I'm not saying that it's a 5-star entree, but I'm just saying 7 or 8-year-old Bryson was
like,
pretty
"Look,
hyped up.
That's a combo like a lot of kids in Kansas eat. I've never had that combo.
Oh.
That's not bad. I mean,
That's
it's
not
pretty
bad.
basic,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Something simple. Probably Dad was cooking it, honestly.
Yeah, that's a dad meal for
Yeah.
sure.
That's the only time I ate hot dogs for dinner was when my granddad cooked.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and homemade fries. He would cut up, he would take, like my grandma might have potatoes in the kitchen. He'd cut them up and fry them. And hot dogs and homemade fries.
I'm gonna have to say chicken Alfredo.
Ooh.
I still like whenever I have my birthday, like I make my mom. She makes me chicken Alfredo for my birthday, and she literally is just like Prego Alfredo sauce and like noodles that she doesn't make, and then chicken, like super basic, but that's like my
You just
favorite
threw her
thing.
all the way under the bus though.
No, she knows. I'm like, Mom, your chicken Alfredo's so good. She's like,
Prego
it's nothing.
Alfredo, Prego Alfredo sauce, noodles.
It's not like she makes it.
noodles that she didn't make.
Yeah, it's so basic.
You got a dog on.
She even says that. She's like, I don't know why you think it's so good. I literally buy everything.
The noodles that she didn't make. That was funny, bro. But all right, can I go? But all right, so I spent a great part of like my nights with my grandma. So can I go both mom and grandma? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
do it.
The
That's fair.
The nights that my mom had to work, it was easier for us to stay with my grandma and ride to work with her because she worked at our elementary school. So all right, if it's a night where I'm staying with my grandmother, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and sweet peas.
Ooh.
She had it was
Sweet peas?
Sweet peas.
I don't think I've ever had sweet peas.
Okay, they're
Just like regular peas?
green peas, but they're sweet,
Is it like it's like sweet potatoes, kind of?
kind of. If you want to compare it to like potatoes and sweet potatoes.
See, that's so misleading because like when I want a potato, I want something salty, and I eat a sweet potato and it's sweet. I'm like,
but it's sweet peas.
sweet peas.
Sweet peas.
I feel like I'd have the same reaction.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's way better than peas.
Really?
Right, way better than regular
I'd have to
peas.
try
I
it. I'm
promise
gonna have to try it.
you. Yeah, you're behind the 8.
I'm behind. Yeah.
Sweet peas. All right, but if I'm staying with my mom, I'm gonna go curry chicken. You guys haven't had curry chicken?
Ooh.
Anything with curry in it?
Ooh, yeah. I've had curry.
I've never
So-
had anything with curry. Isn't that Indian food?
No, it's Caribbean.
Caribbean? Okay. Okay.
But That's tough, Jace.
I don't know.
You've been stuck in haze all your life, bro. I just feel bad for you sometimes.
I know. I got to get out, man. I got to get cultured.
So my mom is supposed to be coming here for Thanksgiving instead of me going home because it's cheaper for her and my sisters to come here.
Tell her to whip me up.
I'm gonna try to get her to make some curry chicken, and I'm gonna make sure you get a plate.
I need to try it.
'Cause
Dang.
that's sad, man.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get into some hypotheticals, my boys. All right, hypotheticals. We got 10 hypothetical questions. You get one pass.
Okay.
One pass, Bryson. Use it wisely.
Okay.
Use it wisely. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a couple where you're like, I want to pass, but
You gotta use it wisely. I got you.
Think about what's to come. I'll tell you like that. All right. Question number 1. If you were forced into gladiatorial combat, but could only choose a weapon that isn't typically considered a weapon, what non-conventional weapon would you choose?
Ooh.
Who wants to go first?
I'll
toss it in the air.
Honestly, like it's not gonna do like it's not gonna work very well because it's not like I gotta be really close to use it. But like cardboard paper cuts, I'm gonna be slashing them up with the cardboard paper.
You can't kill nobody with
Sure
a paper
you can.
cut. You ain't gonna
They're
kill
just gonna
nobody.
bleed out.
You ain't gonna kill nobody.
No, does like if I'm going against someone, do they get the same option?
No, they get their own option. Whatever is something that isn't normally a weapon, but they get to choose their own weapon.
I think playing cards. Honestly, you see those people throwing playing cards pretty
You
hard.
can use it deadly.
Yeah, or you throw a distraction and run. Yeah, I'm just saying, playing cards.
Y'all are like soft. I would get like a nail gun or something.
Okay, that's a good
Like
one.
something it's not a weapon, but it's gonna mess somebody up if you're going at it.
I was thinking like a rake or something, but I was like,
or like even like a broom. He's like he wants to paper cut him. He wants to throw cards at him and hope he hits him.
yeah,
Could you
like
imagine though getting stuck by a card?
it's just sticking out, and you're like,
stab
Well,
ow.
imagine what my nail gun is going to do to him.
That's not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
That's not gonna feel good. Paper cut.
Number 2.
A paper cut to the eye.
Yeah, that hurts. I'm just saying that stuff hurts
They're
worse than
done.
anything.
Well, actually, if you get him in the eye, if you're that accurate and that precise with your aim of your cardboard, kudos to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not choosing the cardboard for that. All right. Number 2, if you can go back and hands down win any argument you've had with anyone, what argument would you choose to win? I know we've all had our shared debates in here.
I don't even know if I've had like, I've never got mad at anybody and argued with
But
them.
no, it's
Or had,
Anything
like, a
that stuck
civil
out,
argument.
I'm trying to think.
all right. I'll go first. Kobe LeBron. If I can,
Okay.
if I
Okay.
can go back, if I can go back and hands down just end that argument and have them like agree with me saying Kobe is.
You think
better.
Kobe's better?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think Kobe's the best person to ever touch a basketball.
Okay.
Big Kobe guy.
Okay. I respect that.
I'm trying to think. I think it's probably something like within like the last couple of months about politics. Honestly, you know,
Hands
being-
down. So like, all right. In the question, it said hands down. By the way, so like, you could have felt like you were right in the argument, but it wasn't clear. Like you didn't get through to that person all the way. With this, you hands down will get through to that person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would do something
Politics?
politics-wise. Something recent,
Yeah.
of course, because we're so divided and everybody's so very their political
Kobe.
party.
You didn't
LeBron.
say it.
I
Yeah,
said
you
LeBron. In my head, that's what I missed.
Okay. I agree with that. I'm gonna have to say, getting the idea into somebody's head of like being a good person, like holistically, like people who are racist or they disagree with like just letting other people be like themselves.
Yeah.
Like I haven't really had like I try to avoid those conversations with people because like I'm not super confrontational as it is. But like if somebody brings it up and it like directly affects me or the people that I know, like I wish I could just get that through their head. Like it's so easy to like let somebody be their own person, especially if they're not bothering you.
Literally.
Like that's
Respect doesn't come with your political party. I can tell you that.
Right.
That's just a human nature you should have.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, number 3. If you're reincarnated as an animal based on your personality, what animal do you think you would come back as?
So the first one that came to my mind was an ostrich. I don't know why, but I straight up an ostrich.
Those things are big.
They are big. They're kind of intimidating at first, but I bet they're like
They
cuddly
run,
little.
they run fast too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can run fast, but if the shoe fits, okay.
I'm gonna say a monkey. I don't know exactly what kind. Like
Ooh.
one of the ones that are like goofy as hell. You know, like they're just crazy and do, like. I feel like I have a lot of that in me. Just doesn't
like
show
that.
all the time.
I'll say pit bull.
Pitbull. Okay.
I think like pit bulls are tough. They're fierce. When you look at them, like you kind of get that vibe, that vibe from them. But you get to know them and like
They're super cuddly.
Definitely depending on how they're raised. Like some are raised to be like protective and mean.
Yeah.
Some are raised to be like look that way, but they're pretty chill.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I'm like one of those. But if you get me wrong, like I can turn up and I can like
Yeah.
show you what I'm made of.
Yeah.
So I'll say pit bull.
Okay. I could see that.
All right, number 4. If you had to be haunted by a ghost for the rest of your life, but you could choose which dead person the ghost could be, who would you choose as your ghost?
I would want someone chill. Like someone that like they're gonna be watching you the whole time, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't want somebody that's gonna be like, dude, that's sus. Like I wouldn't want my grandma being the ghost haunting me because she'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
I already got.
You got one? Go ahead.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like Bernie, I think Bernie Mac is the funniest comedian to ever like tell a joke. So I can imagine like him hunting me while joking like about every event that happens in my life and like just making me feel better. Like, all right, I'm getting hunted, like, but it ain't that bad.
Right.
Like I get a laugh out of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go.
I like that.
I'm trying to think of
I
someone.
don't have one right now.
Me either. I'm trying to think of like a famous singer that
My first thought was Michael Jackson
ooh.
because I'm just like,
That
hey,
would be scary.
no.
like almost dead Michael Jackson when he looked like a ghost
No,
with
like
his nose.
I'm
and
talking
everything.
about like sweet Michael Jackson when he first got into the
like
industry,
82
like,
Michael Jackson.
soft voice, nicest person in the world,
Okay.
like what all his friends said about him. Like,
Okay.
before all these allegations.
yeah,
and stuff.
before everything.
I was thinking like Freddie Mercury, like someone who can just like sing their songs as I'm like walking through the street. And I'm just like
That'd be
not
a good
boo, but it's like them singing, and I'm just like I could do with that.
He's not dead right now, but I'm gonna say Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Just because I feel like yeah, he'd be joking with me the whole time. That'd be funny.
What you doing, man?
You know, he can't be doing that.
Number 5. If people were required to post the bad as well as the good stuff that happened to them on social media, will social media platforms be more or less popular than they are now?
I think honestly more popular. I mean, we are in that day and age where people are starting to post their negative stuff just honestly either for attention or just for people to
laughs,
know.
yeah.
For laughs to be like, wow, look what just happened to me. Like, it's okay. I honestly think more popular. I really do think so.
But all right, I'm gonna go in a different direction.
Okay.
At first, I thought the same thing. Like,
Okay.
people would just buy into it and like it would just be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a lot of darker stuff that goes on in people's lives than we realize. And like I think like even though they're telling bad stuff that happens to them on social media, they're not really getting into the deep dive of the dark stuff that happens. And imagine if you had to tell like every dark thing if you had to put it on social media. It's
true.
Every time you posted a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like it'll probably make people fall back a little bit.
I think if it applied to everybody, like if you look at a celebrity, like the trolls on social media right now, they don't post about themselves because they're trolls. But if you were commenting on other people's stuff and saw the dark, they would have to you'd have to do it yourself. So I would hope it'd be less popular. But like I feel like there's a lot of like the cancel culture right now is everything like people just trying to find dirt on somebody and they are entertained by other people's failures. So I feel like it might be more popular just to see everybody fail.
Interesting.
All right. Number 6. If you had an animal or a plant renamed in your honor, what would you want to carry your name? Animal or plant? All right, I'll go first. I'm gonna go with a lion. Because I feel like the lions are like the most famous, most popular, and they're seen as like the king of the jungle, and like they have this high regard. When you mention a lion, like everybody want to be lion-hearted. All these people got lion tattoos. Imagine if it was called Amari.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
That's an Amari.
A little
Yeah.
cliche, but I was going to think of tiger for Bryson. Because, first off,
No time.
Fort Hayes mascot would be
Yeah.
named the Brysons.
The
So,
Bryson.
just saying.
So, hey,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. My first thought was tree, because like trees.
it's a lot of hey,
The only bad part is
look at
we
those
get cut
leaves in
down.
that Jason.
Yeah.
But like I could like provide shade for people and like
It's a bunch of those Jasons still.
and people would want to hug me. Tree huggers would want to hug a Jace.
Tree huggers are weird. You would want to be hugged.
Hey, a hug's a hug.
A hug is a hug.
I've never just walked up and just hugged.
No, I can't say I have. I don't think
Tree
people
huggers are
actually do
weird.
that.
No, there are people that hug trees, but
I ain't never.
I ain't trying to hang with one. Number 7. If you could create any one reality TV show and it was guaranteed to air, what show would you want to put on TV?
Wow.
All right.
I'll go first. I would say something similar to Wipeout, but like a little bit more extreme. Like, there's trying to think of it, like American Ninja Warrior, kind of, but like actually like kind of deadly. Like you could like actually like get really hurt by
Like a
it.
Fear Factor.
Yeah,
American Ninja
like-
Warrior.
Yeah,
Like a stunt game.
yeah.
Okay.
But like nobody would actually die,
Okay.
like on purpose.
Okay.
Like you're not trying to kill them. But
That's scary.
Just something kind of intense.
All right. I would probably do something like Fort Hayes football. My reality TV.
Reality
show.
TV.
Bro, we got some characters between putting cameras in homes where teammates are chilling, putting cameras in meetings where coaches are like talking and snapping, even putting like hidden cameras on the practice field, and you can just hear the conversations between the coach, what the coaches are saying to the players and stuff like that. Like I feel like it'll get a lot of viewers because we got some pretty big characters. On
Oh
the
yeah,
team.
for sure.
That's a good one. I'd have to go with, like Wife Swap. Have you guys ever seen that TV show? So it's a wife swap. So they literally take two wives and they swap the whole families. So like they would have to go to different spots. I think that'd be pretty cool if we did someone from like the Midwest and someone from West Coast, and they just swap their like college kids. They would swap their lives for a week or something.
like exchange student.
Yeah, like that. But it's only for like a week. You have to live their life for 3 days, and then you get to live your own life for 3 days in there. I think that'd be kind of
I
interesting.
think that'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's definitely something.
Pay
like
attention, ABC.
Yeah.
ABC.
We need to. We can't be putting out our ideas like that. Like Bryson just
They're gonna steal
came
it.
out with a real good
Yeah.
show. They,
Trademarked.
Yeah.
3-4 years from now, you see that on
And I'm just like, wow, I knew it.
you see that on Monday nights, and everybody's watching your show. You're like, man, I came up
I
with
said that in
idea
2020.
on the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. We'll
Yeah.
have it on YouTube.
You just show people this.
There we go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
All right, number 8. If you were given the rather lame superpower of being able to make any food you touch go bad, what would you do with that power?
So any food I touch goes bad.
Yeah, it's a lame superpower, but what would you do with it? I got it. I got an extra already.
I gotta hear your answer. I don't
yeah.
even know.
All right,
Yeah.
so I think if you get a lame superpower like that, you have no choice but to be a villain. Because like villains, when you look at villains, they're always pissed, right? I would be pissed if that was my superpower. So I'm gonna go with being a villain, and I would use extortion to make a lot of money. I would like go to restaurants and like threaten restaurant owners, like, if you don't pay me this much money, I'm making all the food go bad. And like I would never pay for a meal because like you know how in a restaurant, if you don't like a meal or if it's like cooked wrong or
They'll
if the
make it
food is
again.
bad, you either they'll make it again or you get a refund.
Right.
So I probably just make all my food. I'll eat half the meal, make it go bad. I don't like that.
What happens? Like you have a choice though. Like if you
What?
touch it, it turns bad, or you can like turn it off and on.
I think if you touch it, it goes bad.
So what? Wouldn't you be eating bad food?
No, I use a fork.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
a-
Okay, that's real smart. I was thinking about that too. I was like, dang, that's kind of hard. How are you gonna eat?
Yeah.
So I think I would. The first thing that came to mind was like those TSA workers when people try to bring food from different countries in that are illegal. They try to bring them in, and it's like illegal for FDA requirements. Like you don't want to bring contaminated food. You don't want to bring food that's not native to the U.S. Land and grown here.
Yeah.
So they usually have to throw it all out and just burn it and everything. So I think honestly that would be pretty bad, like pretty decent, as you would touch it. it would not be good anymore, so the people aren't going to want it, so they're going to toss it. And we're like, oh, yeah, look, it was all bad.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, it rotted, and you're playing over, so no worries.
I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know. Like
that's
you
your
guys
pass.
answered it pretty well, so I don't
got
think
you.
I don't think I could top that.
All right, I mean, you waited to number 8 for a pass. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, number 9. If someone offered you $10,000 every time they punch you in the face, how many times would you want to be hit?
10 times is a million, or that's 100,000.
10 times is 100.
100 times. I get punched in the face. 100 times.
Like repeatedly or like
Bare
throughout
fist?
my life?
You
You got set standards here.
my thought was throughout my life. I was thinking more like I could take 2 punches a day for a cool 20,000 a day.
That's what I was thinking. If it's throughout my life, I'd probably
One on
do
each cheek, I'll ice it up, get it ready for the next day.
Yeah.
Or even just once a day, honestly. Wake up in the morning, go to a punch in the face, $10,000 to spend that day.
I would want mine at the end of the night. Though.
Yeah, I would
Not
say right
gonna
before I
lie.
go to bed. Just
Nah,
knock me
that's
out.
true, that's true.
Hit me because I don't want to go walk around all day to fix up
Yeah,
my arm.
That's
stuff.
true. Okay.
All right. And number 10. Hold on, Jason, did you answer?
Yeah, I said 100 times.
Okay, yeah. Would you want to live in a world where everyone's thoughts appeared as text above their head?
That would be crazy.
We've had something like this before.
Yeah.
It wasn't this question.
It's
but
like you say it. You say everything you think.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Ooh,
So same thing, pretty much.
I don't think so. I don't think I want to know what people think.
Man,
honestly.
You don't want people
I
to know
do.
what you think either.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't think people would want to know what I'm thinking.
honestly, I would have to risk myself and want to see what everybody would think. Like, all right, imagine you walking and it's about to be a mass shooting. Taking place, but you
You'd
get
see
to
it.
see this guy's thoughts before he can even do anything. You can tackle him or anything before he can like really start anything.
That's true.
So like I feel like it would be very preventive in a lot of situations.
I think a lot of secrets would be out,
Yeah,
though.
secrets. You will find out
True.
fake people. When
Yeah.
you, like when you tell it when people got like these opinions and stuff that they holding back from you, like friends. You'll see all that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
I would want to see it. I feel like a lot of people, like I want to know what they're thinking, but I also feel like a lot of people want to know what I'm thinking. And it's literally just like a little like ferret running around in a wheel. That's what I think about most of the time. It's really not a whole lot that goes on up here.
Yeah.
So people probably wouldn't find much on me.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, man, that guy's thinking about a ferret in a wheel. There's really not that goes on in
That's
my head.
ridiculous,
Just be
man.
gifts playing.
For TikToks repeatedly in my head. Yeah.
Nobody would learn anything about it.
All right, man. Well, Bryson, do you have anything you want to say to our viewers before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, as elections starting to wrap up, make sure you represent yourself, represent Fort Hays, represent Kansas, United States well. Whether your person that you voted for won or not, make sure you are professional within the ending. Love each other, respect each other, be a good person because that's all free. And you deserve the respect that you give to people. So other than that, I'm proud to be here and thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for coming, man. We really appreciate it. And that was Who's Who at FHSU. I'm Amari. That's Bryson. This is Jason. We're out.